I'll start hearing my outliers, and then however you call first crack, just be consistent with it, whether it's a pop or it's a pop 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 or whatever, however you call first crack. And that is not always going to be true for every coffee. So I used to always be like, do I wait for the solid pop pop pop? And some coffees will give you that. They're giving you a nice solid pop pop pop. Maybe that's a nice washed coffee that you have roasted not slow. Not fast, but not slow. Okay, and it gives you that nice pop. But some coffees don't give that to you. So your definition of how you call first crack for particular coffees can also change. This coffee roasting. But you'll learn, right? As you keep roasting, and you know, you'll start to see those patterns in the matrix. Don't worry about it right now, okay? But so whenever you call first crack, what I do is I crank the air first, maxed out air, and then even though I'm not getting an aggressive crack yet, I just crank it anyway, because I'm preparing for it. And then I'm gonna watch my ROR. I'm gonna watch that curve, and if it starts to plummet or go down fast, because, and this is my style because of my machine is powerful, right? If I want power, I can get power. Now, if you have a machine that's not as responsive in your fuel, doesn't have a fast fuel response, then you'll need to make those adjustments. But how I do it, because my machine has like 20,000 BTUs in it, I can just crank that guy. If I see that ROR plummeting, I can crank that all the way back up to 2.5 or whatever it is to help it out. And after I've done it a couple times, I've already developed, like a preemptive. I know the patterns in the matrix for this coffee, so I can be preemptive about my fuel. And so I'll do that, but I'm using that ROR to tell me and to let me know, and it's waving a flag to me saying more heat, less heat, things like that. Okay, so I'm watching that, and then the next steps in determining when it's done is I'm looking at the coffee, I'm looking at the finishing temperature, I'm looking at the time on the last part of the roast. So I'm looking at all that stuff for sure. But my first indicator for me is that ROR curve.